Hi guys, it's Stephanie. It's Tuesday, September 27th. Yeah, so right now the big things going on is Hurricane Ian. I got out of work and I came home immediately and I spoke to my family because I'm the only one here in Florida. My family doesn't live here. I baked some chicken. I made a whole pack of chicken breast, and I packed it away in the refrigerator. I did extra grocery shopping. I bought some beverages. I bought a bag of ice. Everything I need in case I get stuck in a house. So before I continue, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers here. And if you're just visiting my channel for the first time, please consider subscribing if you find something that resonates with you. We'll be right back with more about this crazy hurricane. Yeah, so I don't have any place to go. The wind is picking up a little bit. I stocked up with some food today. I got some ice. I got plenty of water. And I'm the only one here out of 75 houses. There's a few people here. Some people are staying, but not much, like maybe 5 houses out of like 75. Everybody just scattered like little scaredy cats. I'm a little nervous, but there's nothing I can do, you know. I'm actually scheduled to work tomorrow, but they're gonna shut the store down at 12 noon. So you guys are gonna stay?
No. But
Depending on what he does. I got the car packed with the exception to food in the cooler. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But, hey.
I mean, I don't have no place to go. I mean, they have...
Neither do I.
Manatee High School is open like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they get really packed up with a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, because it's a pet friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, Manatee High School is?
Yeah.
So you guys going to be gone tonight, tomorrow?
I think we were going to go tonight.
It depends upon what Ian's going to do.
Yeah.
So sometime between...
Miami, like she's saying, is probably the best thing to do.
I think Miami's the best place to
because
go.
it's cutting.
Even if you just drive.
It's going to be north of Miami.
Because it's cutting across to the right, heading east.
Right.
And then it's going to go up towards Georgia.
Back south. So
if it goes a little bit more south, we're okay.
So right now, I think there's only 2 houses staying here.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone except me. Well, you guys are going to be gone.
3.
And Kevin.
4.
Yeah.
Kevin's staying with his wife, I guess.
Yeah. Mary and I went, so we ended up in Valdosta, Georgia for 2-3 days. Came back and my power didn't even go off.
Yeah.
My microwave clock, my alarm clock in the bedroom, everything was just fine. Electricity didn't even go off.
She's got a good point though, heading south to Miami because it's going right by Miami.
Yeah.
Right by Lauderdale, and then it's going to cut right. And
But
East
you got to
Coast.
drive down the coast if you don't go across.
Yeah.
And if you drive down the coast, you're fucked.
Hi guys, it's Stephanie. It's Wednesday, September 28th. Yeah, so last night I went underground, and because it was safer, I woke up around 5 a.m. because I went back home to sleep because I couldn't sleep in my vehicle. So when I went back, everything was intact, and I heard the rain pick up really heavy and the wind were incredibly strong. Now, mind you, I live in a manufactured mobile home, and it's constructed of steel beams and very thin layer of plywood with insulation, with a metal roof. So I had redone that little home last year or the year before. So I strengthened the floor down and put down new plywood on the floor. Right now, I'm sitting in my vehicle and the winds are picking up. We're at a category 5 with 155 mile an hour winds. What I did in my vehicle was I positioned my vehicle so the length of the vehicle is going with the wind. You don't want to park with the wind hitting the side of your vehicle because that can flip you over. So I'm parked with the length of the vehicle with the direction that the wind is heading. Like that, the wind has a smaller area of my vehicle to grab. So it's standing pretty steady right now. So anyways, I'm in my community here in Bradenton where I live, and I'm looking at all the homes. All the homes so far are good. There hasn't been any damages at all. There's a lot of debris on the ground because it's heavy winds. It's over 100 miles an hour easily, and you can hear it. Wow. And that's knocking a lot of leaves and fronds from the palm trees. And yeah, I'm not going to be here too much longer. I might be mobile a little bit, move around a little bit. I haven't spotted any damaged homes. I've been staying in close contact with my family and some of my friends. My sister just texted me to be safe. So yeah, my job called me last night to cancel. They were planning on going in. So in my vehicle, you can see I have all my stuff. All my clothes are in my vehicle. I have about 4 packs of water here. 24 packs of water that I bought several months ago. I'm glad I did that because my community's water has shut down. That's what they do when there's an emergency, like a hurricane or whatever. They shut the water down so it doesn't get contaminated. And the winds are blowing. The winds are blowing and the rain is picking up right now. I'm hoping that these homes make it, that they don't get damaged. I got my fingers crossed, I got my T's crossed, I got my legs crossed. And I'm hoping that there isn't any significant damage here at the end of all this. But I gotta say, the eye of the storm has not come over Sarasota and Bradenton area yet. It's going to be here very, very close, and I don't want to be here when it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to downtown Sarasota where there are skyscrapers, because I could easily park my car between the skyscrapers and you feel no wind, because the wind just goes right around these skyscrapers. And there are parking areas there where I was this morning and where I was last night. Yeah. So this is crazy. This is what I signed up for, or anybody when they live in Florida. You go to California, you have earthquakes. You go to up north, northeast, you have blizzards, snow blizzards, and here you have hurricanes. So I'll let you guys go. I'm just touching base what's happening right now. I'm a little bit hungry because I didn't bring a whole lot of food to eat. All I have here Okay guys, so it's 11:30 at night right now. It's still raining and I'm not in the house right now. I don't feel safe in the mobile home. I'm in my little SUV. I have all my things here packed up. I have a little bit of food. I got plenty of water. I got some toilet paper here. I think I'm better off being mobile than immobile in the mobile home, because if high winds come, they can fold back that roof and that covered carport like a can of tuna fish, and I don't think I'm safe. At least this way, I'm out of harm's way. If I don't feel safe here, I simply drive away from here and go to higher ground. Okay. We're about, I don't know, 15 miles, between 10 and 15 miles from water, and the main thing here is flash floods and some tornadoes that could be produced by the storm. I probably should have gone to a shelter, and I still couldn't go because if I need to go, I have to go before 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. After that, it's too late. It's gonna come down hard. It's a category 3, and it's supposed to be a category 4 when it makes landfall and travels north from the Keys. Right now, it's about 150 miles from Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda. Okay, so I might leave this area and look for higher elevation where there's no water. I'm thinking about going to Sarasota to St. Armand's because the parking lot at the church is higher than the regular street there. But the problem is, it's only like a couple blocks from the beach. So I don't know if that's a good idea. Usually tornadoes are pretty strong when they're over water. And if it's traveling over water, that means it's going to be on the beach and then on land. So I don't know. I think I'm better off staying right here in my community clubhouse parking lot. There is some shelter over there at the rec hall. It's all made of brick and it's got a solid steel roof. If worse comes to worse, I'll just run right in there because I have my key fob. I just go right in there and just chill until this thing passes by. So yeah, I'll touch back with you guys in a little while. Okay guys, it's 12 o'clock, midnight. I left my community and I came downtown to an underground parking lot. Okay? It's the only safest thing that I can think of. And there are several cars here and a U-Haul truck. So, and I just got an Amber Alert to evacuate and to shelter in place. This is the safest place I can think of besides going to a shelter where there's hundreds of people, if not thousands, and leave my stuff in the car unguarded. So as you can see, my things are right here. And this is where I'm going to be for probably the next 24 hours. Because being here in the garage, you have overhead cover and you're surrounded by stone. And I just thought about that when I was parked back there in my community and the rain was starting to pick up. It's going to be bad. So I'm going to stay here for a few hours. And I know that tomorrow is going to be catastrophic. I hope not. Okay, so I'm just going to try to get a little shut-eye and I'll touch base when I come back. Got some bread, I got some oranges, I got some grapes, and on the side of my vehicle I got some water, but I got more water in the back. And I got some cash with me just in case I need to stop someplace that will finally open up. So right now what we're experiencing the hurricane making a landing over land. Hey guys, this is Stephanie. Hey, so this is where I am right now. I'm at the underground parking in downtown Sarasota. And I'm probably going to be here all night. Several homes in my community has been destroyed. And there's at least 3 on my street directly in front of me that's severely destroyed. So I think I should have gone to the shelter to begin with because they have a bathroom over there. And over here I have no place to go to a bathroom. Sooner or later I gotta find a place to go. Okay guys, so it's September 30th, Friday. It is now past the hurricane and here I am. I'm happy to say that my home survived. For the 3rd time in 10 years when we've had a major hurricane, my home has survived. But while going through it, it was not easy because I was very, very lucky. There were a total of 10 homes in my community that were either totally destroyed or severely damaged. Nobody in my community was hurt, okay? I ran from driving back and forth from the shelter onto the garage to my home to check on how things were. Even though at the time when I'm driving, it's during the greatest height of the storm. Just driving very careful, avoiding any down power lines, which there were, and also down trees. At one point when I came up here, I noticed that my neighbors were still here in their mobile home. That time was incredibly hard because it was during a level 4 hurricane. or a Category 4. So I grabbed my neighbors and told them what was happening, because to me it didn't seem like they knew what was going on outside. They knew there was a hurricane, but they didn't know that there was catastrophe happening as I was knocking on their door. As I'm knocking on their door, there are mobile homes in this park, their roofs being pulled apart and their driveways collapsing. 10 homes here were either destroyed or experienced massive destruction. Okay, so I grabbed them out of their home, I told them what was happening, and they followed me down to the underground garage beneath some skyscrapers in Sarasota, where we stayed for a day and a half. So at that time there, I stayed in close contact with my brother, who had been checking on me all day long. So in this closing video, I'm going to show you what my experiences were, and also the aftermath of what happened. I was hoping that my home was not going to be totally destroyed or severely damaged, because I had it for sale to sell. And because everything was intact, it's still for sale. I'm still going to move out of here. I'm definitely going to move out of Florida, because these things that happen, or the potential of having a hurricane in Florida happen, is very, very high. We get hurricanes every year. Some of the hurricanes dissipate on their way here and they weaken and go off the Gulf, but some do manage to braze us. This is the first hurricane in 100 years that made a direct impact to Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Naples, and all the towns and cities close to the water got hit hard, severely damages, floods. There have been numerous casualties along the way, with total loss of property. Quite frankly, I think I've had enough of Florida. I'm going to move out of here, but I have to look and see where I want to live. Because like I said during my video, every state suffers some kind of inclement weather that can lose life or property. Northeast, where I was raised and I'm from, they have blizzards every single year that they suffer power outages all the time. If I go too far west, like California, there's the potential of earthquakes and fires. So I'm going to look at carefully where I want to live, but right now it seems like I might go back to my home state, but not particularly in a city where my family is, but I'll be close to them if I want to spend time with them or see them. So that's the plan right now. I have to say that this video is not one of my happiest videos or postings to make because of what's involved in it. And for sure, it's not something that I want to do every single year or every time a hurricane has the potential to destroy life or destroy property. It's like a roller coaster ride here. And I was never very fond of the humidity level and the heat in Florida. So that's all I want to say. I hope you guys get something out of this. I think what I got out of this was one word: preparation. Whether I live up northeast or here in the south or in the west, one thing I've learned is prepare. Always be prepared in the event that something bad can happen that could either take your life or alter your living conditions. Hope you guys are well. If I have any viewers that's here in South Florida or Southwest Florida, I hope you guys were doing okay and you guys were not impacted. But if you are, I just want to know that my heart goes out to you and your family. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. So this is my home here on the day after the hurricane. As you can see, everything is fully intact. I have no damages at all here. And yesterday I spent all day cleaning the debris from other people's homes off of my yard. And today the weather is like night and day here. The sun is out, there's a slight wind, but it's nice and warm. It's about 80 degrees right now. Home here was severely impacted. It has no roof on it, and yesterday they were doing some cleanup on it. As you can see, the gentleman in the yard there was taking all the debris from that yard and probably going to sell some of that metal. There's another home here that the roof was sheared off completely, and as you can see, the debris is here still in the yard. So I'm just walking around the community right now to show you guys some of the ones that were a total loss or severely damaged here. So the home here on the left side with a van, partial of the roof was severely stripped away, peeled back like a can of tuna fish. And also the house here right beside it, same thing happened on that one. The people who live here are cleaning up all the debris. That van you just saw in that driveway, it was so bad that the driver's side glass was totally smashed up. So these here suffered. These two homes right here. And another home here destroyed here. You can see where that little room there to the left, it was like a little laundry room and a little sitting room. The whole carport is missing, it's totally gone.
Because where they hit was going to be in Bradenton, Sarasota. So that was scary. Would have happened to shift a little bit, which is a good thing because chances are we probably would not be a trailer in here.
You know,
because of how Naples is. I mean, they're just destroyed. But anyway, it's pretty safe here. This is really a safe area for all the. I've been here 15 years. This is a safe area right here. But we do get the winds.
so I heard that it's been a little over 100 years since we got
Right.
the last major
Yeah.
hurricane.
But see, you never know. You never know when a hurricane comes in. They hit the cold and they hit the hot, the water, and then they move and they shift. So you can sit there, but it's like a turtle. Watch that turtle go across the street. It takes a long time, right? Hurricanes does. I'm from Michigan, Tornado City. They say, we got a tornado coming. Now, the tornado, bingo, it's here. It's gone.
Right.
Here, it's not. It's a different experience.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
but it's exciting, but I don't like hurricanes.
So after the wake of this hurricane, you come back, there's about 8 or 10 homes here who have been destroyed. The roofs got totally peeled back like
Right.
a can of tuna.
Yeah.
Okay? And I see that people are starting to clean up, and some people may not stay there. And most of these people are going to repair what they have.
Oh, they'll repair. No, so far I got 2 friends that lost their roofs. One over here, one over here. One's coming in the 22nd, the other one's coming the 19th of next month. And they're going to redo it. Most of the people here, you don't see them get too discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Florida is Florida. Hurricanes is always in Florida.
It's like what I said.
Why move?
Right. It's like what I said earlier. When you decide to move to Florida, these are one of the things you have to be aware of. Because you can go to any state and have a potential of disaster that involves inclement weather.
Yeah.
If you go too far west, you're probably going to encounter some fires
Yeah.
or earthquakes.
Yeah.
If you go too far northeast, you're probably going to get a blizzard and lose power outages.
Sure.
So every state in the country has its ups and downs.
They have the issues like Arizona. They have dust storms, okay?
Mhm.
And you go to Arkansas, Arizona, or Arkansas, Mississippi, they have Tornado City. And all the time, it just wipes out homes like you won't believe. So everybody, like you say, every state's got a problem somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm here for the warm weather.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll work with my wife's the first time she's been in a hurricane. She's from Maine.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a new experience.
I'm from that neck of the woods. I was raised in Massachusetts.
Oh, really? I'm from New Hampshire, Derry, New
Yeah.
Hampshire. Yeah. But I'm really a Michigan
Yeah.
boy.
So let me ask you a question, Bill. I drive here by often, and I always see your beautiful orange custom truck.
Model T, yeah.
Can you tell me a little about that? Do you mind if I videotape it?
I don't care. It's a 1925 Model T pickup.
So Bill is into
Showpieces.
yes.
Jag rear end.
So Bill's into hot rods, and this is one car that always catches my eye when I drive by. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
It's all modified. It comes from out of Arizona. It was built in Arizona. Got a 350 Chevy in it, about 460 horse.
Mm-hmm.
It's all solid steel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really squirrely on the road. If you jump on it, it just wants to slide all over the place. Too much power.
So how long have you had this
I
vehicle?
bought it over a year ago, just a little over a year ago. A year ago in May.
It's a real beauty, and the paint job is.
That's why I retired. When I sold my house in Maui,
Mhm.
I told my wife, I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy me a toy with that money. So I took some of the money and bought me a toy.
This is so wonderful to let me do this because my brother is into cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been in cars all my life. I worked on cars and tractors since I was 10 years old. And believe it or not, the first car I painted, a truck, was my mother's vacuum cleaner, Curry vacuum cleaner. Had a spray gun, the hook onto it, and I painted my first vehicle with her Kirby vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Back when I
You know,
was a
this
kid.
car here is like looks like a mix of a yellow and an orange.
That's butterscotch.
Butterscotch, yeah.
Butterscotch. And when I bought it, I put all the pinstriping and broke it off. I put about $4,000 in the engine, and you're working on these things, new tires, and it's not a cheap toy.
So this is Bill. He's one of my neighbors here. He's into hot rods, and he bought this nice little home years ago, and he fixed it up. He used to live in my street a few years ago, and he's one of the survivors, and he's happy to be here today to let us know his take on this hurricane and also his little passion truck, which I'm so happy survived and there's no damages.
Pleased to meet you people.
So you guys, these are my neighbors. They live to the left of me, and when I came in a couple nights ago, we were going off and on with me coming up here checking on the community. I had to warn my neighbors that I didn't think it was a great idea if we all stayed here. So they followed me to the Sarasota underground parking area of one of the high rises, and that's where we stayed there for about maybe 8 or 10 hours. And then when it was safe, we came back home late that evening. And these are my neighbors here.
Hi.
Nice people. I'm happy that their home was not totally damaged or destroyed, that they have a place to go to, and so am I. So there were probably about 10 homes in here that suffered some degree of damage. Some were severe, some were just light, but nonetheless there's damage here.